your past does not have to recreate your future. Hear me out for a second. Imagine someone you trusted, someone you loved, someone you really cared for, said to you, you know what? You're unworthy, or you don't deserve that, or you're not good enough. And you chose in that moment to trust them and believe what they're saying is true. And it hurt so bad, like it stung. But what happened is, the next day, maybe you completely forgot about that conversation, but it planted a seed in your mind, and that seed sprouted. And now everything in your life years later, your selections in life, whatever you're choosing, whether it's your partner, whether it's your career path, whether it's, anything that you really want to do, you don't take steps towards that. Maybe you freeze, or maybe you choose something a little bit less than, because you've got this belief that you've carried now for a little while from your friend who said to you, hey, you know what? I think you're unworthy. You don't deserve that. You're not good enough for that. And while you may not have believed it at the time, or maybe you did, something inside of you had an emotional reaction. And that emotional reaction triggered that seed to grow. And now you're looking at your life and you're taking a step back and you're wondering, why don't I have the things that I've always desired? Why don't I have that relationship that I really want? Or why am I not in the career that I really wanted to do my whole life? Why not? And why can't I take those steps to get to that place? And do I even believe I'm worthy of that? And the answer is, of course you are. Anything that you want, anything that you desire is rightfully yours. And yes, it's not going to fall from the sky and land on your lap. But as you take steps towards your desires, whatever it is that you want, you focus on these steps, it becomes a reality if you believe that you're worthy of it. And see, this is the part where most people get stuck, because they're like, okay, well, I really want that and I really need that confirmation, but how do I get out of thinking subconsciously that I'm not worthy? Well, the first step would be to become aware that you are worthy and you are beautiful and magical and you can have anything that you want. So I want to talk to you a little bit also about perceptions, because these beliefs, they go hand in hand with our perceptions as well. And as we slowly chip away at these beliefs that are no longer serving us, that came from our past, we are also challenged with the way that we see the world. And the way you see the world determines the experiences that you have. So how these two are connected is if, okay, you have this belief that you are unworthy or you're not good enough for something that you desire. And then you see the thing that you desire and you perceive this as something that is unattainable, unreachable, then you're back into this pattern. I'm not worthy enough, it's unattainable. And it sticks with you. And I apologize, as I'm trying to make this video, my cats are running back and forth and I've stopped this video 5 times. Listen, I'm not stopping it anymore. So we're just gonna go with it. So you have this idea that something is unattainable, but you also have a belief that you're unworthy. So they work back and forth like a continuum. And so the first step is obviously to know you are worthy. You don't have to necessarily believe it in your mind just yet. It's that 1% that's still available that is open to change. If you're watching this video, you're open to change. unless someone forced you to watch it, of course, but I doubt that. So that 1% of you that wants that change, that believes it's possible for change. Believing comes over time. Knowing cognitively in your mind that you are worthy is going to play a pivotal role. Because if you know you are worthy, and then you begin to step out of your comfort zone, that's going to make you feel safe. I'm going to be in this safe zone, so I'm going to choose not to move towards my desires. This is my safe zone, but we need you to get out of that safe zone. We need you to challenge the narrative, the stories that you've been telling yourself. So, not to say that you have to go back and say, hey, what did I, perceive from the past that's affecting me now? That makes things a little bit too complicated. What I would invite you to do is start to think about a desire that you want. Say it's a new career path. Start to think in alignment with, okay, what steps do I got to get from point A to point B? And use so you'll have two voices, right, going on in your mind. One version of yourself is like, do it, do it, do it. You have to do it. It's now or never. And then you will have the resisting side, which is like, no, I'm too tired, or there's no way, I'll try tomorrow. I don't have time. I'm too busy. And then these two versions of yourself are going to go back and forth. But that knowing part of you, remember that 1% part of you actually takes the initiative. So you're not thinking too much about it. You're just doing it. And when you start to do your research, when you start to compile the data that's going to help you to know what steps that you need to take for that career path, you start to do them one by one. And as you start to do this, your reality is going to mirror back, because now you are becoming self-empowered. You're saying to yourself, I'm not going to be the victim of the unworthiness that I was given, the victim of that seed, the victim of that circumstance, which may not be necessarily the belief itself, but related to the past. I'm no longer going to be a victim of my reality. I'm no longer going to allow my reality to dictate my life. I'm going to make steps and choices that's going to take me to my desires. And as I do that, the universe, the energy around you, the circumstances around you is going to start to mirror that back, meaning that you will have more opportunities. You will see, I like to call it like a wink from the universe. It's a sign, a confirmation that everything is working out for you. And the most important part of this that I really want you to know is that you are worthy. You're beautiful. You're magical. Everything that you ever dreamed of is available to you. And, it's a challenge sometimes to go through certain circumstances that we don't have control of, but how we see and how we know deep within ourselves is really going to make the experience a whole lot brighter, even through those really, really tough times. But I'm with you, my friend, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful evening.